Cardinal Stone said a recovery is likely in the final quarter of the year, supported by strong business activity and improved macroeconomic conditions. November's PMI reports showed broad expansion across sectors, signaling stronger output momentum heading into quarter four. The firm expects full year 2025 growth of 3.92%, driven by improved supply conditions and rising domestic demand. Other research firms delivered similar forecasts. Stanbic IBTC projected 4.0% GDP growth for 2025, citing stronger growth in manufacturing and services, as well as government reforms in infrastructure and energy. Meristem Securities estimated 4.08% GDP growth for quarter four and 3.88% for the year, reinforcing expectations for a stronger finish for Nigeria economy. CBN holds benchmark rate steady in disinflation phase. The Central Bank of Nigeria has kept the monetary policy rate unchanged at 27%, marking the fourth consecutive hold this year as it continues to prioritize stability in the face of moderating but still high inflation. Headline inflation eased to 16.05% in October, supported by slowing food and core prices due to improved supply conditions and tight monetary policy. The committee maintained the liquidity ratio at 30% and left cash reserve ratios unchanged, though it adjusted the asymmetric corridor to 50 to 450 basic points. The MPC said the decision reflects caution, noting that previous tightening measures are still working their way through the economy, with external reserves rising at $46.7 billion in mid-November, providing 10.3 months of import cover and exchange rate volatility, easing the bank opted to avoid disrupting the ongoing disinflation trend. The CBN governor emphasized that monetary stability remains the foundation of attracting investment and sustaining long-term growth. AMCON repays 3.6 trillion naira, intensifies global asset recovery drive. The Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria says it has repaid 3.6 trillion naira to the Central Bank of Nigeria since 2010, despite spending 1.7 trillion naira to acquire toxic bank assets and still owing about 3 trillion naira. Managing Director Gbenga Alade disclosed this in Lagos, adding that the corporation is currently engaged in over 3,000 court cases and will begin workforce right-sizing next year. He stressed that AMCON stabilized the financial system by removing distressed assets from banks and restoring depositor confidence. Since Alade assumed office, AMCON has recorded 156.25 billion naira in total revenue and 29.4 billion naira in operating expenses. For 2025, it projects 215.15 billion naira in revenue and 29.6 billion naira in expenses, with an expected operating ratio of 13.5%. He credited federal authorities, the judiciary, the CBN, law enforcement agencies, and the National Assembly for supporting AMCON's intensified recovery efforts. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BTV News.